Anna, what's going on?
Well, my husband and I have been married for 3 years.
Okay.
We have a 3-month-old little boy.
Whew, so y'all are in it, right?
We're in it and adoring it, loving it. It's amazing. I love being a mom.
Oh, that's so cool. How long did y'all date before you got married?
A year.
Okay, so this is all real fast, huh?
This is all real fast.
Like, hey, hi, I love
We
you.
got married a
Good to
little
meet
bit
you. Let's
later
get
in
married.
life.
Let's have a kid. All right, so you're in it. So now what? Now what's going on?
Yes. So we might have rushed a few things in getting married.
Nah.
And the words, yeah. When you examine and go over goals in life and different things, it sounds a little bit different before marriage than when you're putting it into practice.
Yep.
And seeing it lived out.
Yes.
So I've followed Dave Ramsey's plan for a long time. I'm debt-free. I've saved up an emergency fund, and he's a wonderful guy. Has struggled with alcohol addiction issues.
Okay.
Sometimes that's still in the present.
Mm-hmm.
And he is also horrible with money.
Okay.
His financial plan is give me whatever's left over.
Okay.
And then I make up whatever difference. And he doesn't have money saved. I know that in a marriage you're supposed to join bank accounts and those types of things, but there's not enough trust to give that over yet on my side, because I've been very responsible, and I got a lot of reward and value from working hard to get through Dave's program. And so I can see from the other side how valuable it is, and I would love for him to be able to possess that and know that and work hard. But at the same time, we're married and supposed to be working together, and I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, so you're
when I just get left with everything.
Yeah, you're married to an addict. Okay.
Yes.
And here's the heartbreaking dance y'all are in. Addiction is a connection disorder, okay? People use substances or work or sex or whatever to numb the fact that they're disconnected from other people, okay? And people have to protect themselves from people who are addicts because they're not reliable, they're not safe, they don't show up, they don't follow through, etc. And so then people have to protect them. And what that means in a relationship is I got to unplug a little bit, sometimes a lot, which then leads to more addiction. And then you see how the dance goes, right?
Correct.
At the end of the day, none of this works unless your husband chooses to get clean.
Correct. And he works on it, and he was clean before we got married, and then relapsed a few months into it and has gone through a few of those cycles. Part of it was my misunderstanding. I thought, hey, you get in a healthy environment and you get healthier, but that's not the case with addiction, and it's heartbreaking. But
yeah,
he's not getting the help that he needs, no matter what anyone around him says. Mm-hmm. So I know it's up to him. I can't do it. Our son can't do it.
Right.
It's up to him.
And so I'm gonna tell you to protect yourself and protect your finances and protect that little baby. Love your husband, right? And what you need to do is make sure you don't keep secrets, okay? I want you to encourage him to get well and to get healthy and to create an environment for him where that's okay for him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not making fun of him and not getting onto him. And I know you wouldn't. I'm speaking more to people who are listening right now, and not beating him up and telling him what a loser he is and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't help an addict. But at the same time, yeah, unfettered access to your checking account and things like that will create more and more mess down the road. He's going to have to decide to get clean.
Yes. So how do you like, if he has an emergency come up, do I just leave him on his own when he hasn't been financially responsible to do that on his own?
You're his wife, and so you've got to plan for contingencies, right? So at the same time, I mean, this is just a messy situation for you, okay?
It is.
Give me an example of a messy, sticky situation he's going to get himself into.
He had back pain and needed an epidural, which cost $1,000. He does real estate photography and crashed his drone that's $1,600. And I didn't cover those things because I just didn't want to, because I've covered a lot of other stuff. And then, like, if he loses a job or when his back went out, I just got left with all the bills.
Right.
Which,
all right.
yeah,
So
it's just hard.
So here's where it's hard is you've got a pronoun problem. And the pronoun problem is his job, his health, his insurance, his money, and y'all are married. This is y'all's stuff. Okay?
Right.
And,
yeah, I know it's a pronoun problem. I don't like it.
Well, you've got to start speaking that way, and he's going to, or he's never going to feel connected and in a safe enough place to get well. And at the same time, you've got to protect yourself, which sounds like I'm talking out of both sides of the mouth. I hope you can know what I'm talking about here. So here's practical. Here's what this looks like in real time. It looks like until you have committed to sobriety, until you've committed to 30 or 60 days of being completely sober, I'm not giving you access to all of our money or all of the household finances. I'm willing to step in the gap here, just like if he got COVID and was sick for 3 weeks, you would step in the gap and do the dishes every day, right? You would help with the yard, right? So whatever other agreements y'all have. So this is the same. He's not well. He's in a season where he's not well. And so you are going to take care of the finances for this season. But when he gets hurt, it's y'all's. When he doesn't show up to work, it hurts y'all's bottom line, not just his. And yeah, you can't have your husband laying in the next room over here, like with a back injury that needs an epidural. Like, well, should have saved your money, bro. Me and the baby are going out for pizza. You can't do that, right? I mean, you could, but
we got it taken care of.
I know, but and I'm speaking broadly here. I'm not just saying you.
I
but
didn't word that one right. Now I just.
No, I understand. But I understand.
Like I'm a jerk.
No. I mean, you hate your husband. We hear it. I'm totally kidding, Anna. But it's you're in a mess. And the problem is you're married to an addict. At the end of the day, you're married to an addict. And so you've got to find a balance between being connected and being letting him know he's loved and he's safe. And you've got to take care of that baby. And you got to take care of you, right? At some point, you have to have the hard and or conversation. I mean, the or if conversation. You will get healthy. You will get sober. Or I'm going to have to make other plans. If his behavior hurts that child, puts that child in a position where he's not safe, puts you in a position where you're not safe, then you are going to be forced into making alternative arrangements, right? And that's a scary, scary place to be. I know that.
And we're close to that.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Have y'all gone to see somebody together?
We've done marriage counseling, but obviously that's the issue that comes up is what is the root of, well, not the complete root, but one of the roots of the problems is that part needs to be addressed before you can have a healthy marriage.
That's right. And they'll tell you that in therapy, right? You both go into therapists and they'll say, hey, when you're sober, then we can get to work, right?
Correct.
Have you had a quiet, not angry, not loud, but a quiet conversation that lets him know that you love him and it feels like he is choosing alcohol over you and his new child?
Oh, yeah. I've tried to have that regularly.
What's his response?
Usually freezes up and won't say a whole lot, or says, hey, I used to be drunk 7 days a week and now it's only 4 and you need to celebrate it.
Anna, I'm sorry. I wish I had better news for you.
Me too.
Yeah, that sucks. Until he decides to make some significant changes in his life, then it's going to be tough. And what you need to make sure is that baby is safe and okay. That baby doesn't grow up in the home of yelling and screaming and fighting and lack of accountability, because those traumas imprint on a baby and they are there for a lifetime. Okay?
Correct. And he's my primary concern, our little boy.
Is your little boy safe?
Protect him. Yes.
Okay.
Very.
Okay. Well, I'd love to talk to your husband if he'll ever call in. He probably won't, but if he did, that'd be awesome.
Nope, he won't.
Okay.
It would be. I'd love it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love him. I'm sure he's not well, and I can almost guarantee he would prefer to not be drinking. But until he puts in the work, then you've got some hard decisions to make moving forward. I'm not going to make those for you. you're going to have to make those, other than if people are safe, and you've said y'all are safe. But until he chooses to get sober, you can't trust him with the bank accounts. You can't trust him with the jobs. You can't trust him to build a future together, because it's just built on wobbly, wet sand, and those things collapse. And so Anna, we'll be thinking about you. Have one more hard conversation with him, okay? Or two. And I'm heartbroken for you. I hate those situations. Addiction just destroys everybody from the addict on down, man. Oh man, if you were struggling with an addiction, please reach out to somebody that can help you. 4 days of being drunk is not better than 7. If you're an addict, 0 days is better than 7. And if you're struggling, man, with whatever it is, with busyness, with work, with alcohol, with cocaine, whatever it is, please reach out. The people around you love you. We love you, and I want you to get well. I want you to be able to sleep at night. I want you to be present with your kid and slowly start to heal from the inside out.